Hello, friends and family. It's your favorite holistic doctor, Dr. D.P. McAtee, better known as the Plant Whisperer, or maybe you know me as Dr. D. That's me. We are here today in my organic garden in D.C. No, not talking about the nation's capital. I'm talking about Doddridge County, West Virginia. That's right, Doddridge County, West Virginia. If you are a true Doddridge Countyan, and you are asked the question, where are you from, man? Typically, they say down Doddridge. So I'm from down Doddridge. I've been here, well, actually, my family has been here since 1980. So that's what, 46 years. So it's a long time coming, but I put this garden together some time ago and I'm very proud of it. It's been a lot of labor of love. I've learned a lot of things. I've done some things that were good. I've made several mistakes, but that's okay. We're working through it. Everything's going according to plan. And we have with us today the one and only Sarah G. Sarah G. Hey, hey,
Thank
hey.
you,
Yeah,
Dr.
so
D.
how you been?
Oh man, I've been having a good time with you. It's wonderful to come here and see your garden. It's so lush and beautiful. I can't wait for you to get into it and tell people all about it.
Awesome. Well, I just wanted to give her proper introduction here, so I'm going to do the best of my ability. So, Sarah Golden lives at her mountaintop home place in French Creek, West Virginia. As a self taught artist, she started the Stream of Collective Consciousness series in 2016, consisting of 367 pieces based on a word a day. Using watercolor, acrylic, ink, and colored pencils, she creates vividly colorful designs, or what she is well known locally for. Often, she is found along with her work at Artistry on Main in Buchanan, West Virginia. Accepted as a Turmeric artist in 2017, Sarah often creates stream of thought writing to accompany her art and performs at open mic nights near her home. She recently published the first book in the trilogy, The Stream of Collective Consciousness, The Art and Writing of Sarah Golden. You may find this book at www.artofsara.com. That is artofsara.com. No.
The flowers, as you say. Let me show you my book right here. It is the Stream of Collective Consciousness series, book one, The Art and Writing of Sarah Golden. And I have beautiful art and writing that I have done based upon a word a day. The first edition, the first book, actually, should say, is based on January 1 to the end of April. And I'll just read something from my book. And the one I have chosen is Relax. Now that you are wholeheartedly working toward your goals, you may discover an anxiousness to make every detail in your path perfect. There are other forces working opposite you on your quest, seeking their own completion. Have you found yourself frustrated and angry? Have you stopped taking deep breaths and stretching? You must realize by now that there are many paths to reach your goal. Sometimes a change in route will be the better one. You simply must relax, unwind, seek the calmness of mind. Soon you will be able to step back and obtain the best perspective, the best answer. All is as it should be. So that's just an excerpt from my book. And I would love it if you were to go to www.artofsara.com. Now, I want to introduce my good friend, Dr. D. Dr. D is an alternative healer with a PhD in natural medicine with an emphasis on quantum mechanics and quantum healing. He is an accomplished auricular therapist who has seen many life-changing experiences through energy healing frequencies. In the last few months, Dr. D has found another passion that allows him to see a deeper truth about the peace that surpasses all understanding. His garden brings that peace. he just wanted to share that with you today.
Mm.
So take it away, Dr. D.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Sarah. I've always had an affinity for plants.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been a long time since I actually did a full garden, but I've just learned so much. I'm a student of life, as you know, and
Yes,
I just
you are.
like to learn as much as I can. And I just would like to say big shout out to the Amish. I believe that they're the greatest growers in the world. They've been doing it for 3 centuries.
That's a
So,
long time. They've been really, really prolific and wonderful at it.
Yeah.
They rely on that for their survival.
Yeah, it's very unique because the Amish gardens never fail. And you
Mhm.
have a lot of obstacles to overcome with bugs and deer and squirrels and rabbits and everything else. So they have defenses and remedies set in place all the way around. And I've kind of modeled myself after that. And it's been up to this point pretty good. Um, these
How
are
did you go about understanding about the Amish? What did you do?
so I watched quite a bit of videos,
Oh,
maybe
did you?
about 100.
Yeah.
And I feel like Elias Yoder, shout out to him. He's one of my favorite guys on YouTube because he's just so forthright and honest. And you know, he uses all organic foods from the table scraps like eggs. You can use banana peels, onion peels. In the onion is a mineral compound called quercetin, and quercetin is good for the plant structure. It's good for overall health and growth of the immunity of the plant. And then you have the banana peels. Banana peels are high in potassium. Plants love potassium. It helps them to flower the buds. Um, so yeah, this is an organic garden. I use 0 fertilizers. I do use fertilizers, but they all are natural. And I just wanted to share with the world how you can duplicate somebody else's um, routines, their rituals, the way that they do their gardening. Because, like I said, I'm not a master gardener, I'm not an expert, I'm not any of those things. I'm just an enthusiast.
Well, that is wonderful. I love that you're sharing it with the world. That's really great to share your knowledge and hope people learn a little bit
Yeah.
and find this entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's about, it's just about learning and having the proper mindset of, getting outside of your ego and getting into consciousness and getting inside the heart, because the heart is where everything is. You find truth in the heart. You don't find truth really anywhere else. But I try to stay there as much as I can and just learn how to grow. It's so important to work on the soil. Age manure is what you're looking for, which is about 8 months to 12 months. You don't want to use any fresh manure because you can burn up your plants with nitrogen and phosphorus. So yeah, I just try to stay close to that as much as possible. And you put, as you can see here, Jesse, if you would just kind of pan a little bit there on the ground, you can see the straw on the ground. That's a good fertilizer, and it's also good for keeping the weeds down, because weeds take a lot of the energy away from plant life.
Right. The straw versus not hay. The
Yeah.
straw does a better job.
Yes.
Holds down the moisture, I would think
Yes.
so.
Yes, it does that as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So getting back to the worms, the life of any true organic garden is below the ground, and there's a hermetic principle that says, as above, so below. So you can look at the plants. They're very healthy. They're very happy.
Hmm.
And again, this is my little peaceful sanctuary that I go to, I don't know, 5, 6, sometimes 7 days in a row. And they enjoy me like I enjoy them. But it's been a labor of love, and we're just working through the daily routines and trying to get them to give to us. One of the biggest problems that people have when it comes to gardening is their mindset. They're thinking, what can I get from the garden? But really, it's more about what you can give to the garden.
Right.
So whatever you give, you get in direct proportionate relationship.
And that works in so many parts of your life. You have to think about that, how that works with other people even.
Yeah.
So I have a question. Do you happen to talk to your plants?
I do. I know it sounds a little strange and bizarre. Maybe I'm a little weird in that area, but I sing songs to them, and they can shake and move a little bit, and it's very cool. Certain birds show up every day. There's always a sparrow in here in the morning around 6:30 to 7 o'clock, and I acknowledge the sparrows acknowledge me. So it's like, I guess you could call it a universal principle. Whatever you recognize, it recognizes you.
Yes.
Isn't that cool?
Is so true. Yeah. Yeah.
Tell them the experience that we had with the plants up when we went to the game farm.
Oh, okay. This is a very unusual story. We went to a animal sanctuary that is near my home, and with the intention of actually going to talk to a tree. And so we went along the path, and Dr. D showed me how to go about this. We were going to ask a tree a question. First, you touch the tree, and it was kind of like being a tree hugger. So we kind of hugged the tree, and he asked a question of the tree, and we watched it respond. The rule was, if it touches his cheek, that would be yes. If it touches the shoulder, no. And I ended up doing the same thing. And the question was rather personal, I guess, in a way. And I ended up getting a response from the tree, even though the wind was blowing the other way. This tree came toward me. The leaf came toward me and touched my cheek.
Wow.
Giving me a confirmation of a yes.
Yeah,
for that.
I remember that.
So that was an amazing experience, and hey, try it for yourself. I know it's woo-woo, but hey, what does it hurt to give it a shot? Go talk to your trees, man.
Yeah. Very cool. And we've had a lot of other synchronistic moments and things that have happened. Birds have landed on me, and it was just a eureka wow moment. But there's a symbiotic relationship between us and animals and plants, and the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom. And it's very cool when you get into that rhythm of life, and I've done my best to get into the rhythm of the plants and to listen and to watch and to observe consciously to see when they need fed, because the whole title of this that I really want you to focus on and take away is feed your garden, feed your face.
Right.
So you have to really focus on feeding the garden. And scientifically, if you have 52 minerals underneath the ground, that's a complete fertile ground underneath. So you have to have the 52. You have to get the potassium from the bananas. You have to get the vitamin A, the B, the C, the D. So you can get all of those things from potato peels, onion peels, eggshells. I have a dozen of eggs over there, and they work wonderful for the plants. And you can create fertilizers off of each one. They really, really love rice.
Yeah.
So one of the remedies that I use is called rice therapy. And you take a little bit of rice. This is, how do I say this? This is inexpensive.
Right.
This is something that you can do for pennies on the dollar, basically.
Yeah.
And you take the rice. So you put it in a 5-gallon bucket, just like in front of Jesse there. And then you pour lukewarm water in there, put the top over it, and you let it sit.
Yeah. How long?
And then 3 to 5 days.
3 to 5 days.
Yeah, in
okay.
a cool, dry place.
Okay.
And it's a fertilizer, and it'll have that, you'll know that it's ready to go when it has that pungent smell.
Oh, okay. Kind of
Okay.
starts to smell a little funny.
A little funny. You get the funny, and then you get the honey.
Oh yeah.
A vantage point of me garden. What do you think of all those Mountaineer half runners? Let's go Mountaineers. Let's go Mountaineers. Full all the way through, from the back to the front, to the side, to the side. Look at those potatoes. A lot of hard work and energy went into this thing. Look at those tomatoes looking fantabulous, fantabulous. All the way around the outside perimeter, I planted the beans so they could run right up the fence. This is what I'm talking about. Absolutely. All right. Natural drainage for when it rains super hard on certain nights when you get 1,000 gallons of water. So if you have proper drainage in your garden, you come in the next morning, you look, you shouldn't have any puddles.
Right.
So there's never any puddles.
So the worms that are going vertically
Yes.
will help draw that water down,
Yes.
and then the ones that are going horizontally.
No,
Yeah,
no,
no?
no, no. That doesn't work like that.
It doesn't? Okay.
So the ones that are going vertically create the water to go down, and then it spreads the water out evenly
Yeah,
horizontally.
That's what I was actually thinking. I just didn't reiterate it properly.
That's fine.
See, I'm just trying.
Yes.
We already had this conversation.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
So it's again, it's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
So if you take care of the worms under the ground, then they'll drop their castings, and then that's a natural fertilizer. As below, so above.
Yeah.
So however the plants are doing above the ground is an indication of what's going on below the ground.
Awesome. I noticed you have some ties here. What are you using for ties?
So I use old t-shirts.
Oh yeah?
And so I like the idea of them spreading out. I don't like to strangle them, so it gives more of a full effect so they can get more of the sunshine. The sun comes up here in the east and it gradually goes to the west. So you don't want to take them and put them up like this, because then they lose the natural sun, so they can't really get fully developed.
Yeah.
So that's very important too. And then the base is aged horse manure. You don't want to ever use fresh horse manure, because you'll burn them up, because it has too much phosphorus and too much nitrogen.
Oh, it needs to break down a little bit before you use it.
Yes, so it's not as severe on the young plants.
Mm-hmm.
So that's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to know how to sucker a plant. And
What does that mean?
So sucker a plant means when you, so look, well, first of all, you always start at the bottom. Okay, this used to be, when it was young, the top of the plant.
Okay.
So now it's the bottom. So you want to cut everything 6 to 8 inches off the bottom. So you don't want all the growth to go to the bottom, because fruit and vegetables don't grow on the bottom. They grow from the middle to the top.
Oh, I see. Mm-hmm.
So I've meticulously got down on my hands and knees and cut all the way around, cut. You'll notice that they're bare on the bottom. That's on intention. That's intentional. I want to show that this is not a perfect garden, okay? I had problems with bugs under the ground, and you'll see some that are eating a little bit. Those are, where's Mom at? Damn it. Anyway.
Were they beetles? No.
I'm trying to think what they're called.
Slugs?
Slugs, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what the scientific name is, but how you remedy slugs is, and I haven't done this, I haven't prioritized my time to do this. You have to cut a hole in the ground and put cheap beer in there. They like the smell of the starch. They go in and then they die. But I know it might make somebody mad, but that's just how it works. So the rosemary plant is intentional. The rosemary, okay, let me back up. So basically all plants are between 5 and 10 hertz frequency.
Oh yeah?
They have a frequency. So the magic of the rosemary is it has 15,000 to 20,000 hertz of energy
That
it gives
is incredible.
everything else. So again, it communicates with the other plant roots in the plants to make sure that they have the right amount of minerals, to make sure that they have the right growth pattern. So there is an intelligent design in this garden, and if you are in rhythm and balance with it, then you're in synchronicity, and then you can get the desired result at the end of the growing season.
So when you're talking about hertz, are you talking about sound wave hertz?
Yes.
Awesome.
So everything operates off of three principles: energy, frequency, and vibration. That's not me, that's Nikola Tesla.
Okay.
Okay, and he knew about that, and that's why he knew about 0-point energy. That's why he knew about creating what is called an electrocurrent underneath the ground. And if you were to dig up a plant, you would see that not all these plants, I'm not going to lie to you, they have copper.
Copper.
So
Okay.
the copper underneath the ground is also antifungal. So if you come outside the garden, the water that I use when I get lazy sometimes, instead of drawing out of the creek with the minerals, I created a safe water disposition for the plant. Oh, baby, you're looking beautiful. So what I did was, I took a 19 gauge copper wire, and this 19 gauge copper wire, it is an old technology that the Egyptians used to purify water. So it's actually a water purifier. I can, when I'm down here and it's 90 degrees like it was today, and the water's full, I can actually drink out of it, like with my hand. I can scoop up the water, and it's not going to give me any problems. I don't have any problems with mosquitoes. I don't have any problems with anything. And this has been organically cleaned, so it's in good shape there. But if I have an unction in my soul that the water might not be what it needs to be for purification, I take a life straw, which is about 6 inches, and I dip down like this, and I just drink out of it, and it's 99.99% effective.
Really?
Okay, so these are some of the tools of the trade that I've used to put this together, this garden. This is a thin-walled PVC pipe, and what you do with this is to feed the garden. Remember, it's feed your garden, feed your face. You just take a drill and you drill holes and you turn it, drill, 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 drill. And then after you get about halfway or 3/4 of the way up, say about right here, what you're going to do is you're going to take your post hole diggers, which are right there. You're going to dig a hole in the ground and you're going to bury it like so. So you keep going. It's already been done because I moved it. And then you're going to take coffee grounds.
Coffee grounds.
You're going to
Where do
take
you get
coffee
those? Where do
grounds. You get these from Starbucks. They'll
Oh,
give
do
you
ya?
used coffee grounds. Now this is where most gardeners make their mistake. So the mistake they use is coffee grounds that they just currently use. You don't want to use that. Do not use fresh coffee grounds. These have already been used. Because if you do it that way, you're going to get mold spores, and the worms are going to have a hard time eating underneath the ground. Now the worms don't eat the coffee grounds, they eat the microorganisms from the coffee grounds. So I just wanted to clarify
How old
that.
do the coffee grounds need to be, generally speaking?
I don't think that's really an issue. They just have to already be used. That's the key.
Okay.
And the coffee grounds are acidic, and this ground, this pH ground, is about a 6.5 pH. So
Okay.
potatoes love an acidic ground, tomatoes love acidic grounds, and peppers love acidic grounds. So as you can see, they're definitely thriving. So you're going to put the coffee grounds in, you're going to put rice in, potato wedges, onion peels.
Into the pipe?
Into the pipe, yes. And then you're going to feed the pipe every day water, and then you're going to use, I want to get this on film because this is so important and imperative to see this. The brand name is Golden Barrel, and it is unsulfured blackstrap molasses. So you have the blackstrap molasses there, and what that does, it extracts the potassium, the vitamin A, B, C, D from the banana peels, eggshells. Here's eggs here, farm fresh, organic eggs. You just take the egg, you want to crack it, you can crack it here like this, and then take the eggshells, crush them up like this, crush up the eggshells, and then put it right into the PVC pipe just like that. And the worms absolutely love that, and the plants will love it too.
Now, I have a question. How much blackstrap molasses do you put in there?
Okay, so great question. So what you want to use is just a minimal amount, about 1 tablespoon per gallon.
Okay.
1 tablespoon per gallon, and you can also do that as a treatment, but you don't want to overdo it because you can burn up your plants.
So you're talking about a gallon of water.
A gallon of water,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
A gallon of water, or you can do that as a treatment, or you can use it for the putting it down here like this. So I've done this 100 times.
Oh yeah?
I can pretty much guess and just do this like this. So that's about all you need. Less is more in a garden. You don't want to overdo it. So keep that in mind. So when I originally did this, all these plants here, they look good, but after I did this PVC pipe treatment for the ecosystem underneath the ground, it really started to just flourish. I mean, they're beautiful. They really
They
are.
are so lush and vibrant.
Yes.
They're really doing so great.
So here's the rice that I was telling you about. What you want to do is you can put it in raw like that, and as you put the water in, you can put water in, it will cause the rice to ferment. But ideally what you want to do is just let it sit for 3 to 5 days in a cool, dry place, and then you're ready to go. And then the worms love the starches off of the rice. And you just pour that in like that, kind of let it do its thing. And now we're feeding a diameter around here about 10 meters again. Now I have the same setup, if you follow me, back here, which is really cool. I moved from there to here, and I ideally should just keep that there. If you take this off here, this top, you'll see inside the rice, and I don't know if you can see the potato wedges. The potato wedges and the bell peppers and a lot of other natural scraps off the table are in there. But again, the blackstrap, it actually emulsifies or disintegrates all of that, and then the worms just really feed off of the microorganisms from that. So again, if you look at these plants, very, very lush, very, very organic. And my favorite is Goliath. Now Goliath, as you can see, he is about right here to my neck. Okay, and then you can see the lush tomatoes there, very lush and plush, baby. And there's no bottom end rot, because bottom end rot is a lack of calcium. So plants love buttermilk, and they love whole milk with no antibiotics. Okay?
So what do? You just pour it around the bottom of the plant?
Yeah,
here?
after you put the mixture in, you want to cut it. You want to cut it 10 to 1 is what I use.
Okay.
And then you don't want it to be so rich that it can cause problems. It can actually cause some toxicity.
When you say 10 to 1, are you saying 10 parts water,
Yes.
1 part buttermilk, for instance?
Yes.
Okay,
So
good.
when I give the Amish solution, I like to be a little bit less than what they give. Now again, I'm not a master gardener, I'm not an expert, I'm just an enthusiast. So if you want to take this advice, you can see what this is producing, or you can choose not to see. But you can see the marigolds right here. So the marigolds create also an effective system underneath the ground for roots. And it's also aphid and deer resistant. Deer don't like the smell of the marigolds.
Now, I
Now,
noticed
you can see
you got, what's this plant right here?
rosemary.
Rosemary?
Rosemary is very, very powerful, because most of your plants have a energy frequency between 5 and 10 hertz. The rosemary's frequency is 15,000 to 20,000. So I have a small one there, and then I have a big one back here. Okay, I have a big rosemary, so I've strategically placed them in the area that will maximize the electrical current underneath the ground. Now, what also creates a positive electrical current is copper pennies. Now, not all copper pennies are treated equal. You must make sure that the copper is prior to 1982, because prior to 1982, they were actually 100% copper. Anything after that, it's an alloy mix of other different types of metal. So the copper is antifungal, antibacteria. It will really protect the plant. So if you were to look around the plant stem, I don't know if you can see, you won't be able to see any pennies, but the pennies are buried underneath the ground.
So how much spaced out do you put the pennies? Are they under every plant you got here?
Not every plant, but most.
All right.
Most.
Cool.
So organic is the way. Don't throw your money away. There's no taste like an organic tomato, a pepper, or all of these beans that you see along the perimeter here. I have 12 rows of beans. I did that intentionally to have the beans actually grow up the fence. Yeah, and what gives the plants their flavor, now you have to pay very, very particular attention to this Amish formula right here. This is 20 Mule Team Borax. This can be used to kill termites and ants. If you have an ant problem, it's very effective for that. But it can also be used in a garden because it has the active mineral called boron. So you use 1 tablespoon per 1 gallon in warm water. You pour the water around the stem, and the boron sends a signal as sugar. It sends a signal to create sugar to the tomatoes. So have you ever had a tomato that tasted just kind of bland and didn't really have a lot of taste to it?
I've been running into that a lot when I go to the grocery store.
So when you use the mineral boron in borax, and it has to be this particular brand right here, 1 tablespoon per 1 gallon, not more. The Amish say 2, I say 1 to 1.5. Again, I try to stay under because I don't want to get blamed for, well, Dr. D said yada, yada, yada. No, don't do that.
No.
We're not doing that. So I stay under the threshold of the protocol.
So, okay, where do you buy the borax?
So you can buy borax at any local grocery store, Walmart, IGA, basically anywhere. But
Really?
it's a wonderful, wonderful mineral. And again, you have to have 52 minerals underneath the ground supporting the root system. It's all about what you do with putting the right minerals in to maximize the plant so it can grow beautiful and lush.
Very good.
So I was going to ask why that brand of borax?
It's been around since, don't fact check me on this. Well, go ahead. I believe it's 1896. So it's a well-proven company that stays organic as much as possible. And
they have a reputation.
They have a reputation.
I remember seeing commercials for this thing whenever I was a kid.
Yeah. So there's a lot of uses for borax. So it's kind of like medicine. Medicine can be poison in the wrong dosage, but it can also be helpful in so many other ways. So again, if you get a tomato and it doesn't have a lot of sweetness to it, it's probably because it never had enough boron to send the signal to the fruit to get the sugar.
I gotta say, I cannot wait to taste the tomatoes.
That's right, that's right.
They're gonna be so delicious.
Absolutely. And as far as suckering goes, you know, you have
now what is that? Because I don't know what that is.
So you have the main stem. The main stem is the one that grows the longest, right? Then you have the branches off to the side.
Right.
So it looks like this. So it's going to be right here. This is a part of the plant that you need to cut. You need to take your shears and you need to take your hydrogen peroxide. You can actually use full force on the with the hydrogen peroxide, 3%, and use it on your plant so it won't create any plant tissue damage or fungus or problems like that.
What
so
do? You spray it on?
you
What
can
do
do
you do?
both. You can
Uh-huh.
do both. It's H2O2, 2 parts hydrogen, 2 parts oxygen. So you get one extra element. It's a great bug spray remedy. You know, you can use it on your tomatoes, you can use it on your potatoes, you can use it on your green beans. So again, it's a wonderful thing that a lot of people, well, I don't know. Maybe they know about it, maybe they don't, but I discovered it late and I use it proficiently and profusely, let's just say.
Yeah.
And it gives me a lot of joy and freedom to know that after I do a treatment, whether it's in the morning or a treatment in the evening, I can rest my head down at night and be okay knowing that the plants are protected. But if you have a healthy plant, their immune's running strong, I wouldn't say that it's 100% disease resistant, but it's pretty close.
All right.
Pretty close.
Now, you started to tell us about cutting the plants, and you call that what again?
Suckering.
Suckering.
Yeah.
And so why do you do that?
Well, because the energy, you don't want the energy going to the place that's not producing fruit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
that
it's
makes
called
sense.
suckering. And you
Suckering.
also want to go at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have to sucker at the bottom because fruit, vegetables, they produce, well, tomatoes, I'll just speak on tomatoes. Tomatoes produce from the middle to the top. They never produce on the bottom.
Right.
Like this is considered the middle of the plant. And then you have the top of the plant where all these blooms are. You can see these blooms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And those will turn into tomatoes?
And those will turn into tomatoes.
Okay.
Yes.
And what do you use to tie your plants?
So that is just an old t-shirt.
Really now? A little bit of Dr. D on
A little
that
bit
t-shirt.
of Dr. D on there. So I just cut it up.
Yeah.
And then you want to keep basically supporting the plant. And this is beautiful bamboo. Hello, baby. And as you can see, I have some that are 6 feet tall, some that are 8 feet tall, some that are 12 feet tall. So I have high hopes and aspirations to get some big plants. I'm looking for 8 to 10, 12 feet plants with a yield of about 40 to 60 pounds per plant. Now the world record for one plant is 364 from a farmer in Alabama. 364 pounds, not just one tomato.
What?
You know, a yield of 364. Yeah, so
Oh
it's
my
quite crazy.
goodness.
So there again, I'm way off the mark.
You're not going to.
I'm not gonna get any world
Now,
records.
there has been word on the street that you have a reputation somewhere in this world
Oh,
for
well.
having a very tall tomato plant.
Yeah,
Is it North Carolina? Is that where it is?
I told them that I grew a 12-foot plant, and it's true.
It's true.
But
You
I might
weren't just.
have-
It wasn't a fish story.
It
was
wasn't a
tomato
fish story. It was a tomato story. Yeah. So you know, I can. Yeah. So we'll just leave it at that. But so yeah, you just look around and you just see the love. You know, you see that it's slow, but there's things that are happening every day in the garden. If you really pay attention, they'll tell you what to do and where to go. And if the plants, like the plants now, are just sagging a little bit, they're kind of resting. This is in the evening. It's about 7:30 in West Virginia. And usually after I water with the minerals from the creek or the minerals from the 55-gallon water trough over there, they'll perk up and they'll be more horizontal like this. So that's a sign that they're
resting.
thriving. Yeah, they're resting now. But yeah, what I'm saying though is that once you water in the morning before the sun comes up, they'll actually start to bend evenly, and then that helps them to sustain the day, basically.
Yeah.
So you have to stay consistent with your watering, and I usually do about 55 gallons in one session of watering.
Yeah.
And so it's very laborious, it's very labor intense, and but it's enjoyable, it's fun. And yeah, this is my garden,
It has
guys.
brought you so much peace,
It has brought me
as
peace
we
and
have
joy.
mentioned before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Do you
drinking
give,
a
do you give Coke
unorganic.
to do you give Coke to your plants?
No, no.
All right. Just checking. Just checking. I
This
thought
is-
maybe you were gonna give
This
us a
is
secret here.
not any organic Coca-Cola. This is just regular Coca-Cola.
Oh, yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
committing maybe a cardinal sin here, but
Oh,
oh well,
no,
but it's
no.
all right. I'm not perfect.
Not
Remember,
perfect, right? You're not.
but
I'm not.
I have to get the 3%. It's all natural, organic. It's a chemical, but because it's a chemical, it doesn't mean that it's unnatural. It just has 2 parts hydrogen and 2 parts oxygen. So you want to take 1 tablespoon. I thought I had a spoon around here somewhere. Maybe I don't. So let's just pretend. So you just take a dab, just like that. You put it in a gallon of warm water. You shake it up. You can put it in a sprayer like this, or you can put it in the water sprayer that I have, the water, what do you call that? The water sprinkler.
Yeah,
Right.
sprinkler. Yeah.
And then you can take it over the beans.
Like a watering
this,
can.
Like a watering can. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. And then you could do this, and that helps to keep the bugs off. But you could see the bee there pollinating the flower, which that's excellent. So that helps to stimulate growth, and it won't hurt the natural bugs at all. It won't kill them, but it'll take care of other things that are harmful to the beans, to the potatoes. And you can also do this into the root system. It's an antiseptic, it's an antifungal, antibacterial. It does a lot of good beneficial things. So yeah, like I said, $2, excellent natural remedy. Bada bing, bada bang.
I want to point out something too that I noticed.
Yes,
You have flowering
yes,
in your beans.
yes.
And that means there's going to be beans coming off those flowers,
That's right. That's
yeah.
right. But you have to watch the Japanese beetles, because those little jokers will attack on the stem. Okay, so if you notice that bag down there, that's a Japanese beetle catcher
Hanging off that tree.
hanging off the tree. Yeah.
Okay.
They find that scent. It's a very strong, pungy smell that they're attracted to, and then they go into the bag and fall in.
Yeah,
So it's kind of like a trap.
right.
Now, I wanted to show you the bamboo that I use for the trellises.
Oh,
for
yeah?
the-
You grow your own bamboo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grow my own bamboo. Been doing this for 20 years. This is the bamboo. It's actually not doing too good, but that's okay. We work with it. But
It's quite tall.
in the water trough, if you see here, this is a 55-gallon water trough. You'll see a piece of copper. This is a 19 gauge copper. 19 gauge, you can use actually 18, 19, or 20. I just chose 19 because I like the number 9. 9 is, well, I don't want to get into that. But anyway, so I put it in there. And if you have fluorides in your water, or if you have chlorine in your water, you can use that, and that will take care of that. It's a purifier that the ancient Egyptians have used for time immemorial, as they say, from the beginning of time. So that's what I got, you know. That's what I've been doing here. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, I am Dr. D.
D,
That's
that's
me.